How's it going, everybody? It's the Joan Little Fox here. It's my channel where I talk about anime, video games, cartoons, most notably Sonic and Ninja Turtles. And today I'm here to talk about some Sonic and Ninja Turtles as usual. I'll be talking a little bit about the Knuckles show, and I'll be talking about what else? Oh yeah, Ninja Turtles. So sorry, I forgot that for a second. But I know I tried to stream yesterday, but didn't exactly work out the way I wanted. I kept getting kicked out for some apparent reason. So that's a funny little blooper. If you want to go back to that, I might be reiterating myself from the other day. So there is that. Yeah. So, anyways, yesterday I watched like 2 episodes of the Knuckles show. Didn't think it was half bad, and then today I just saw the rest of it, and I was like, oh, never mind. I'm like, never mind. This is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. So yeah. So I'll definitely share with you some guys some things, you know. So all right, I'll wait until some people drop in, and you know how it is. And of course, I'll be talking about Ninja Turtles, about like Sophie Campbell, making fun of some people and stuff. You know how it is. So, yeah, I know that's pretty petty of me to talk about that. I'm going to start making fun of some people, but I got to do what I got to do. Hey, what's happening, Ruby King? How you doing today? Oh yeah, that's right, TMNT. Because I got some things I want to talk about. Be talking about some videos and all that stuff. You know how it is. But first I'm going to talk about Knuckles since this is the least thing that I have to talk about for today. So did you actually Knuckles show? Tired, laugh a lot. Gotta leave in a little bit. Oh, you're at like work and stuff. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm off for today, so that's pretty nice. I mostly work during the week. But anyways, I'm about to play this little Knuckles review and stuff. So little spoiler, just to give you a heads up. Finished the last episode this morning actually of Knuckles. Oh, that's cool. What did you think of it? Did you like it or did you really hate it? Oh, it's nice. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it and stuff. Like as a fan, I'm just like, man, this was kind of a missed opportunity and stuff. You know, like I want to talk about today. All right, so I'm gonna play this video and so also my family is here too, so I won't be doing a lot of excessive cursing and or
This is Sonic, and you're watching JD Frank 20.
oops. Oh yeah, so I guess I was buffering. All right, is that better now? All right, I think so. So basically, I just saw this guy's review a second ago. Pretty much, I'll play it, and I'll give you my thoughts. So it's a little bit unscripted for me, but I also got some stuff that I wrote down. You know, like some notes and all that. I could task that.
Moments, but for once, we can get writers who give a shit about put a lot of emphasis on the human characters, giving Knuckles time for another day. But as far as for the Knuckles series, is exactly what I thought it been over exaggerating a little bit. Like, I wouldn't say it was the worst thing ever. An episode, obviously, the first
Those are actually pretty good. First episode, I liked it, of course. The second episode was pretty nice, you know. I wasn't like too much against it. It wasn't as good as the first one. But when I got to the third episode and then especially the fourth episode, I was like, man, like, yeah, Knuckles did kind of take a backseat in his own show. Yeah, like for real. I was like, yeah, and I got something to say about it. But yeah, I was like, man, that was terrible. And I guess it's probably because like the budget or whatever and the CGI. I get it, but like still, like come on. Like if they were going to invest into the show, they should have like went all in and like definitely added in some more characters. I'm not saying like do that, like do the thing where you kind of make it like the MCU or something like that, where they've been trying to make like, oh, you got to watch the show to understand the context of this movie. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Video is roboting. Um, man, I hope it's not, but I'm gonna keep talking anyways. It's also a rehash of the first movie. Yes, it is. I think I just saw an interview today too of them talking about they wanted to kind of go back to that. Basically, but the problem with this show compared to the first movie was that they did the one thing that everybody was praising the first movie that they didn't do. Okay. And that was that they made like, you know, Wade or this character like, oh, he's the spotlight character and stuff, which they didn't do that in the first movie. It was pretty much all about Sonic and all that, you know? But yeah. But anyways, let me try to get back to that. So it's the video itself. All right.
Eddie
Sweet.
and
That makes
Ozzy,
me feel
obviously, to
better
get
though.
that there of the event, the aftermath of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, giving some clarification here and there. I mean, it was funny seeing Knuckles around. That was some nice, you know, felt
So, in case you guys know, like Pechimek, I guess in the show he's supposed to be like Knuckles' like his tribal chief, but if you like played Sonic Adventure, you would know like basically he's like kind of Knuckles' ancestor from like 3,000 years in the past. So like if you know like the lore and all that, he tried to like attack Chaos and steal the Master or steal the Chaos Emeralds for himself and the Master Emerald, and he was power hungry, and his daughter Takao tried to stop him, but you know, they all got killed by perfect chaos. So there was that. So not exactly a pretty nice guy, but hey, it's pretty nice to see him inside this show. He was actually in the first Sonic movie too, actually. So he's not like, you know, Knuckles' ancestor or anything like that. He's a lot more like, oh, yeah. So apparently, I guess Knuckles was able to get in contact with his like spirit or something. Because I was like, is he having like a Michelangelo, the Last Ronin kind of moment? Because Michelangelo from like the Last Ronin in the comic, Michelangelo is like, I'm not sure if he was like hallucinating or if he was like at first, but he kept like seeing images of like his brothers and stuff and like what they would like hypothetically say in this exact situation that he's in. So I was like, oh, so is he talking to them spiritually or is he like and no? So I don't know. It's never really clear. He was probably hallucinating the whole thing until you know when Michelangelo died, he went to the afterlife and all that. But here, yeah, I think he's talking to his spirit because Wade later on sees Pachymek's spirit. So I'm like, okay, so that's probably the case.
uh told Knuckles that he needs to train him, guide him and all that. You know, willingly. He just basically said, why not? I could train anybody for it. Took the offer, and that gave him basically the excuse not to be ungrounded. Now, did this show some context towards the humans? Like, why are they after why are these you the work and he lost everything. And of course, Gunn at that time.
Sonic Adventure was a great. Petramech design isn't the same as his video game counterpart, but I knew it was like him before he said his name somehow. Yeah, yeah, like and here he has like kind of a old man Dr. Gero kind of mustache going on, um, compared to like in the games. Because in the games, I think he sort of kind of has like a little bit of like an old man beard, if you know what I mean. But his muzzle is like a little bit fuzzy, so But yeah, but there's not like a well, as I was saying though, there wasn't like really a whole Sonic villains that you can really pull from too much, except for like maybe some recent characters in the comics, the Deadly Six or whatever. Just anyone that isn't Doctor Eggman or whatever. They had some idea in the movie that they wanted to go with like this character named Rava for the first movie. That was going to be like an original character, and I was like, oh, well, I would have been cool with that too, and like saved him for like later or something like that. But because as a Sonic fan, I'm like, all right, it's cool to have Dr. Eggman. It's nice seeing Sonic, but I want to see some other people in action. I want to see other characters. I want to see like other villains get some shine. But the villains in here are just kind of generic. I was like, yeah, I don't care about any of you people. I just care about Knuckles for the most part. But that's just how I felt.
They wanted to base obviously to the mushroom agent, and they try to shut her down, and basically they took her off as a field agent, and they basically gave her a desk job basically, so you kind of understand their lives.
Yeah, Mephiles definitely would have been a cool villain. But like some of the villains inside Sonic are sometimes like one off and all that. But I definitely would love to see Mephiles come back or even like Infinite. Sorry, I got some water on me for some weird reason. The show even references '06, the Flames of Disaster. That was totally Iblis thing. If I'm not mistaken. I see you're a fan of Ruby King. Uh, anyways, but yeah, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, the Flames of Disaster from Sonic '06. Yeah, a lot of people really hated on Sonic '06 a lot, but I mean, I actually like it. I'm not saying it was the best thing in the world, but it's not like really the worst. But yeah, and that was a cool effect though. What Knuckles did with his like hands and all that stuff. I was like, because if you don't know, like, or if you probably already know, but like Knuckles can like move so fast, he can like punch like his like fist can like literally turn on fire or stuff like some Might Guy type of thing. But yeah,
Are kind of ruined, but at the end characters we don't give a damn about them. The show's called Knuckles. It's called Stick. We don't care about the human characters or their whereabouts. Especially characters we don't give a damn about. If it doesn't involve Tom, and it doesn't involve Maddie, if it doesn't involve Dr. Robotnik, we don't give a damn. That's one of the primary reasons I was against this show, focusing more on the humans, but I get it. At least you're using logic. I'll give you credit for that. Overall, I mean, the Knuckles series, it had some very, very cringe moments, obviously, especially with Wade's sister, Wanda. She was very, very unlikable.
I think her name was Wendy or whatever. But yeah, she was pretty bad. Like I really did not like her character. I was like, oh, and I did try. I was like, wow. And I do love a brother. I do love a good brother and sister kind of dynamic, but I'm just like, yeah, this is like that, but just obnoxious. Knuckles does a flaming Shoryuken in the advanced games, like Ken. Yeah, he does do that, and I remember he does it in the comics too, and some stuff. Like I remember, I'm not sure if you read this, but there was well, actually, you read the Archie comics, so you definitely should know. But there was a crossover with like Mega Man and stuff, and like on the second crossover, Worlds Unite, that was not even just a Mega Man and a Sonic crossover. That was like a straight up Sega and Capcom crossover, pretty much. So in there, there was a scene where like the Sonic characters were like looking at the Street Fighters and stuff, right? Because Street Fighter characters are in there, and like they're doing their special moves. You like I think Guy was doing Sonic Boom, and Sonic was like, "Really, Sonic Boom?" Or who else was doing it? I think Sally. She saw like what's his face? Chun Li. What did she do? I think spinning bird kick, and she was like, "Whoa!" And Knuckles saw Ken do like short Yukin, like his little flaming short Yukin thing. He was like, "Wow!" But yeah, so that was pretty nice. But yeah, I remember that. I hated this sister. She was annoying. Yes, she really was. Her and Wade himself. Well, Wade. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I understand the whole like, oh, well, like I liked a little bit of the depth with the whole him, like his dad and stuff, kind of walking out on him. But the whole like you kind of throw it in like he was like, oh well, I'm doing this for professional bowling, and I'm gonna sell out my family that I ran out on to win this game and all of that. I'm like, bro, really? I'm just like that really shouldn't have not been a plot line, but I'm not mad that that's kind of like his like some depth to his character there, right there. But yeah, the mom was okay though. I didn't think she was like that bad, but yeah.
I tried my best, including during the
Oh yeah,
Wade had
she
a
was.
hook myself. You basically hurt you dangled your finger because of that, or your thumb, but at least you were able to keep your pride. Episode 4, obviously, Knuckles did not appear at all in episode 4. He was only there for maybe like you know, it may have been cringe here and there, but damn it, it did give Wade, and he was able to discover the secrets of the flames of disaster. The high school we think it to Rose, TJ Maxx who bonded this damn series. They dropped a lot. Ugh. But overall, I mean, the show, I mean, 7. I mean, it's not as bad as people to be. I mean, episode 4 was cringe and hard watch series.
I was like, man, when he was just captured and it was all about a musical, I was like, bro, come on. Sorry, I was showing your comment for a second. There we go. I've never done that before, so yeah, yeah, like that's insane. Like, and not in a good way. It's like it's fucking bowling. Yeah, I know, right? But I mean, in a way, I can kind of relate to it because I used to have a stepdad and stuff. We don't really get along that much after like yeah for a while, but at the start, we used to get along and all that stuff. And he would take me and my mom bowling a lot because he loved bowling. So on Sundays we'll go bowling and all that stuff. So so it's pretty nice. So I can definitely relate to that part with Wade. So I was like, all right. But the whole this being like, oh, it's all about the bowling and stuff. I'm like, it's not that serious. But yeah, but it just kind of like this show kind of came off like I want to say like Spy Kids, even though Spy Kids is probably a little bit more funnier than this. But yeah, but I'm not gonna say there weren't parts that didn't probably like get a little chuckle out of or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna read this little scripted part though in a second because I kind of wrote. I like to write, if you don't know. So so for some of my videos and stuff, I kind of like to script my thoughts out. But you'll see in a second. I actually like the musical. Yeah, I was just like, man, they dedicated this whole thing to that. But I was mostly drawing when the musical was playing and stuff. So yeah, I was watching on Paramount Plus, but it's apparently on the internet, so it's pretty nice. I was like, oh, so now they actually put this online. Let's see. But yeah, it's just the end of the video right here. But yeah,
And it did its job. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a terrible show, not by means, but after the episodes, I honestly think the show really the Shabbat dinner. I mean, it did have some interesting character development for Knuckles too, especially hanging out with Wade's family. You know, getting a clear understanding. You see more of a human side for Knuckles. He's not all strict. He's not all business. He doesn't act like a warrior like he did in the first episode. You see kind of like a gentle human side of Knuckles. So in a way, I mean, he got a nice character development too. And by the time he got to the finale, you see Wade and Knuckles acting like a tag team, you know, a real tag team, which is fantastic. Like I said, I mean, I only watched the series because I have Paramount Plus on my subscription.
Knuckles is
That's
huge
why.
now.
If I didn't
I
have
watch it.
Paramount Plus, I guarantee you I would not spend money watching the show. Okay. Plus, I do it for all of you, so you all don't have to suffer. So I suffered for all of you today. Yeah. So let me know what you all think about this. I gotta go. Peace.
Hmm. So, wait, go back. What was he saying before about the Sorry, I kind of like lost my train of thought for a second.
So I suffered for all of you today.
Oh yeah, because yeah, so my family kind of already has Paramount, so that's how I saw it, anyways. Yeah, but yeah, it is online, and you saw it for free, so that's pretty nice. I don't really go on Paramount too much, so I was like, oh, well, at least I have a reason to go on it now, or at least besides from like I guess iCarly, because I was watching that iCarly reboot, but I need to finish up that last season though, or need to watch it. But yeah, so I'm gonna read this script real quick that I wrote up. So far, Sonic and even Mario are kind of growing successfully in movies for the last 4 years because of like good animation, simple storytelling, fan service, and the celebrity casting. Sonic currently has two movies, and the third one is on the way this year. And recently, I just had a spinoff. Well, not me, but they just had a spinoff show of Knuckles the Echidna. Knuckles is one of my favorite video game characters, as well as one of the best Sonic characters. So, of course, I would love to see more of Knuckles in action, but this show kind of fumbled that idea so bad and made it follow like one of the worst Sonic characters introduced, and that is Wade Whipple. Instead of just getting a small action adventure in order to kind of like flesh out Knuckles, we get an unfunny satire comedy starring Knuckles, pretty much. So, why is Wade Whipple the worst possible Sonic character? So, over the last 30 years, people kind of have given some dumb takes like claiming Chris Thorndyke's the worst, Princess Elise is the worst, Silver is even the worst, Big the Cat. No, just because of mistakes they've made or maybe personal grievances or whatever. But without a shadow of a doubt, I come on, you can't say that these characters are the worst if you haven't seen Wade Whipple. Okay, and this slide is also shared with his sorry, I can't speak with his sister Wendy and Rachel, if you remember from the movies and stuff, because these characters are complete nothing burgers. Basically, they just robbed Wade robbed us of what could have just been a good Sonic show. Okay, and personally, I kind of feel like they kind of squandered some of the scenes from Sonic 2 that I was like kind of a little critical about. I actually like Sonic 2 as a movie, but there was just certain scenes that I was like, you know what? If you really would have cut this just to avoid getting some kind of weird joke in, this movie would have been 1,000 times more better. I mean, it's still good, but it's just like, yeah, because I love the fan service and all that, but still. So, anyways, he's supposed to be a side character of Tom Wazowski. So basically, he's kind of a side character of a side character, like I was calling pretty much in the stream. He's a side character of a side character to the show. But his storyline, and it's like his dad kind of ran out on him to pursue like a professional bowling career, and later down the line, because of like he becomes kind of a deadbeat cop in the Sonic's town. Knuckles' show kind of reinforces my problem with like the movies, that it's kind of kidifying the series, even though the kids would still like watch it regardless, since they like Sonic in general. But I can guarantee you that nobody would care to watch a sitcom of Wade, his family, and those generic villains that claim that they're as good as Dr. Eggman. See, like it tries to be like silly, but for like for the reason it kind of worked for like Jim Carrey was because he was playing Dr. Eggman, who's a down on his luck scientist. So that archetype just doesn't work for everyone. But I don't know. Some of these actors kind of see it as like a starting point sometimes in their career, rather than just deliver something like fans have been wanting for years. People had a problem with Chris Thorndike, although his role was just learning from Sonic and the others to eventually better himself, which he does. But before like Wade, he just gets more spotlight. He gets to rescue Knuckles more, and apparently he gets a musicals because that's what fans wanted. And it was probably done for budget concerns because CGI ain't really cheap. But that's the purpose of investing if you don't go all in. That's why Knuckles is barely around, although the character model is cute. The fight choreography is kind of bland, and we don't get any other game characters except for like maybe Petramek's Spirit, but not Chaos to Cal or anyone else new except for Sonic and Tails at the beginning. So while there were some things I kind of liked in the like I liked in the show, like I liked the intro, Knuckles and Wade eating together at the arcade. That was kind of nice. Knuckles is gliding. They did a little ET reference, so that was kind of a little nice. I did like that. And Knuckles saving Wade's family, like that part where Wade was warning him and stuff. I was like, man, if I was Wade, I would probably write this down on a piece of paper and tell Knuckles. I'd be like, yo, I'm like, yep, Knuckles, upstairs, meet up with my dad. I'll catch up with you later. I would have wrote all this stuff down, and be like, help me, my family's in danger. But I liked how he was smart like that. He gave Knuckles the little AirPod and was like, yeah, um, they captured my family and they're trying to get to you. So that was pretty nice. I like that. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, and like I said, I did chuckle a few times, so it wasn't bad. Like it wasn't all bad. But I just can't recommend this series to like another fan though. Like it's kind of crazy how like paid professionals can't get the character right, but yet the fanfic writers and like the artists can. So that's just my takeaway from it. They kind of even put 80s music in a 90s series, and they didn't think to put, I don't know, Michael Jackson. Yeah, they definitely should have put Michael Jackson because he worked on the Sonic 3 soundtrack, but still. But on a serious note, this isn't really a good look for the Sonic series or Sonic 3 that's coming out. I know some people are definitely concerned, but honestly, if I were to give the score, give the show a score, I would probably say it's like a 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 in my honest opinion. So I would say like at best it's like a D minus, if not kind of an F. So yeah, there was a lot of adult jokes in the show too. Yeah, there were some. Oh God, I'm thinking about that scene with the when she had the little metal detector. That was weird. The wedding scene. Yeah, I kind of hated. Well, I didn't hate all of the wedding scenes. I just didn't really like the scene where Rachel just blew up and was attacking her fiance. I was like, that was dumb, or not dumb, but just like, yeah, I would rather get back to Sonic and Tails and Tom and Maddie rather than see this. But yeah, and I also read the little novels of it because I gotta go above and beyond, and they did not have that scene at all, so that was even more better. There are a lot of adult jokes in the show too. Yeah, that ET reference was funny. Should have been a light adaptation of Sonic Adventures. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like they really should have put in those characters and stuff like Chaos and Takal, and they can make this like Sonic Adventures 1, and then when Sonic 3 comes out, that can be like Sonic Adventures 2. Oh God, you're right. Hang on. Oh God, you're right. They didn't add Michael Jackson song. Maybe Paramount didn't want to pay his estate. Yeah, because in the games and stuff, like in Sonic Origins, they took out all the Michael Jackson music because, you know, I guess they didn't want to like pay him, so there was that. But anyways, that's pretty much what I had to say mostly about the Knuckles show. Um, yeah, let me try to screen share some things before I. I'm still going to continue the stream, but hang on. Do, do, do. Hmm. Anyways, I just hope to like at least gush about the character model they have for Knuckles and stuff. I mean, it's like, man, I can't help but love this character model. It's so cute. I love it. That's how I felt when just looking at Knuckles. No homo though. And that's not to say that like I don't think that human characters or characters that are like not from the video games and stuff can't possibly work. But my problem is that like I mean pretty much his whole entire thing or his entire arc just took over the entire story versus like doing anything for Knuckles and stuff. Um, which I know some people have the same kind of complaint from Sonic X, but like the thing with like Sonic X was like Sonic X at least with that um like the video game characters had like at least a unique relationship with like those characters and stuff from the anime. So like you have Rouge and Topaz, you have Mr. Tanaka and Ella and stuff with like Amy or Cream and stuff, or who else is up in there? Mr. Stewart, Sam Speed. Um, Again, I actually kind of think Chris was a pretty good character, though. I don't really think he gets a lot of credit. Um, I guess it's probably because his voice, in my opinion, is annoying in the English version. But if you like watch the sub, like the original, oh yeah, Chris is definitely a better character in there, and his voice is a lot more tolerable. But yeah. But anyways, but just to prove that I am a huge Sonic fan, or I'm a huge fan of Knuckles, let me. I have my little Knuckles plushie right by me, and I'm wearing an Inuyasha shirt. I was wearing my Knuckles shirt the other day, but I kind of like, well, obviously that was the other day, so I took it off, pretty much. But it is what it is. I was kind of thinking like, well, yeah, but that's pretty much about what I about the Knuckles show. Pretty much. So now I'm going to get into TMNT. I'm going to probably make fun of some people. You know how it is, certain writers and all that stuff. So let's get right into it. So let me screen share. He stole Amy's role in Sonic Adventures 2 adaptation in Sonic X, but I don't dislike Chris. Yeah, like he stole that one scene from Amy, where he was convincing Shadow to like to what's his face to like reform, because you know Amy was the one who helped Shadow reform inside Sonic Adventures 2 and gave him the little speech and everything about whoops, hang on, and gave him the little speech about like you know about humanity and all that stuff. But in Sonic X, it was Chris who did it, which I know they changed it up and all that, but I mean in a way it kind of sort of makes sense because Chris is about the same age as Maria and is like blue eyes and the same height and everything. So I understand. But yeah, that was pretty much Amy's thing though, which he did inside Sonic Adventures 2. Apart from like, you know, Mount Rushmore. All right. Let me get to Read Comic Online. All right. So I'm about to talk about turtles. So let's get right into it. So I'm an active reader um, of the Ninja Turtle comics and stuff. Pretty much Fetty Dub stuff, and I've been reading the main series on hand. I've been reading it online, which is kind of the same thing. But I've been like, you know, just that's how I've been keeping up because I'm not actually going out my way to buy it. I've been buying the other stuff like the Saturday morning cartoon and all that stuff. Or I've been like, what else do I have? Saturday morning cartoon or some crossovers and all that stuff. Hmm. It's probably because I usually I always have it on all pages so I can like. All right. So I'm gonna let the cover and stuff, but not let the covers fool you when it comes to these IDW TMNT comics, at least for the main series, because the covers look cool, but then the series is just terrible. It's the prize inside that's just like, oh god, that's so bad. But the box art are good, you know. So, anyways, I'm gonna kind of like give a little commentary about it. All right. So, just to give a heads up, this hang on. This guy right here is supposed to be Bob. He's a mandrill. So he's supposed to be like Leonardo's student from like the future or something, basically. Assistant company from IDW. This character did exist and he was like one of Leonardo's students, but the writer basically she had wrote Bob to be like, oh well basically he's like one of those future students and all that stuff, and basically he became some kind of meeting shark basically, that's trying to destroy all of time and space. And I'm just like, the reasoning for him for wanting to like help out Armagon is just kind of stupid in my opinion, because basically he's trying to use it to get his humanity back. And I'm just like, so why are you trying to destroy time and space if you're trying to get your humanity back? I can understand if you want to destroy like other planets and stuff that isn't Earth, but maybe, but come on, timelines and stuff. I'm like, you can't see this ending well, right? So basically, this scene, I kind of hate this scene right here. Not this scene, but what becomes of it. So this is Leonardo's sort of named future Bob here, who's evil. He finds out that he has this kind of trick that he can like turn mutants back into like millions, since Leo was originally human. He can turn her back into a human girl, basically. So basically, Leo gets pissed off about this and then starts to like have a bitch fit and starts crying. And I just like, man, I hated this scene so much because I love the Ninja Turtles. Okay, I love all of them. I love Donatello, Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo. They're all my favorites. Okay, Donatello and Leonardo are both my favorite turtles. I'll say Donatello is probably my number one. Leonardo, your favorite, but I have to say he's probably like number two for right now. But yeah, but I hated this image right here so much because it makes Leo look like a little bitch. Because I'm just like, why get all mad and cry about it? Because again, this girl Lita, she was mutated against her will, right? So she was kind of robbed of her humanity. Okay, so that's why like Leo took her in and all that stuff, right? Or the turtles and all that stuff or whatever, and she was abandoned. So I'm like, why would he get mad that she gets turned back into being a human again and all that? You know, it just comes off as selfish to me because I'm like, okay, well, that means she could have a better life as a human girl as being a, but I know in the future or whatever, like she's supposed to become so I don't know what's going to become of that. Yeah, it's weird. So anyways, let me keep scrolling. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Uh, anyways, oops. Also, Leo and Mikey are my favorites. Yeah, they were definitely good inside the 2003 series. Definitely, they had their moments in there for sure. Anyways, I gotta get going. You have a great stream. Thanks, man. I'll keep reading some of your comments. Wait, hold up. He cries because a mutant turtle who was originally a human girl turned back. Yeah, no, that's what I keep saying. Like, because I'm just like, it's your listener, restream or whatever. Um, these people, they're got mutated, right? For some people, obviously it destroyed their lives, kind of isolated them from like their their homes or whatever, and they got treated like better, right? Or it's hard for them to fit in. So I'm like, okay, you would say that's like especially would be working, but no. Apparently, they just don't. That's what's happening here, and that would be his arc, just like he did in the 2003 series, where he was there was like these people that got experimented on by the foot, so that they didn't leave. But yeah. Anyways, this is old Jenica. I really do not like Jenica. Um, she's supposed to be the fifth Ninja Turtle in the IDW comic. I really hate her so much. She is the ugly stepsister of the Ninja Turtles. That's how I just see her. Okay. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is the present Bob, not the future Bob, with Donatello and Venus and stuff right now. And this is a future Michelangelo. Basically, he ends up becoming some kind of like celebrity and all that stuff or whatever. And I hated how like, oh my god, like Sophie Campbell. In my personal opinion, I think she really tried to ruin Raphael the most because she just wrote like Raph to be like, I don't know, just terrible. Okay. But for the other turtles, though, I don't think she did them that dirty, except for make them incompetent or just add certain things that I'm just like, what? So basically, she made like Michelangelo or something against the idea of Michelangelo being a podcaster, but she tried to make it like where, oh yeah, well that's like a big thing for like Michelangelo, where like podcasting is his thing now, and they're going to use it to like, and I'm like, no, I'm not saying he wouldn't do it on the side, because Michelangelo always like finds things to kind of like, keep busy, or he finds little hobbies. Like he likes to draw. He's a good writer. Um, Michelangelo's a very talented guy. So I'm like, yes, I'm not saying I'm against the podcasting idea, but when you make this like a plot thing, I'm just like, why? So these are the two Bobs. That's Armagon, the little time shark that's destroying all of time and space. That was sort of accidentally created by Donatello and all that stuff, and it wants nothing but to die or whatever. Um, yeah, I'm gonna keep scrolling. Let me keep scrolling. All right, so that's the end of the issue right there. Now I'm going to go to issue 150, the very last issue of the comic. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty cool right here. This image, simpler times. All right, let me screen share. So saying he's a YouTuber. Excuse me. He's a Ninja Turtle YouTuber I like to follow and stuff. Tataruzu. It's not an actual Japanese word, but he kind of like took. I actually like how he came up with the origin of his name. He did a little bit of a stream with my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle channel, where basically he was explaining how he came up with the name for his channel, and he was like, "Well, I wanted to think of something unique." So he kind of thought of like the Japanese word, like he searched up the Japanese word for turtle, which is the same as turtle, but or the same pronunciation, but it's kind of like he kind of looked at how Japanese people pronounced it, so he got this name. So I actually like that. That's pretty nice. So I follow him and all that stuff. I watched this video recently, who is like one of the worst Tmnt writers ever. And basically because Tmnt artists and stuff out there and all that, right? And don't get me wrong, she does actually have some good art and stuff. So like when I first heard of well, I'll talk about it probably another time. But I wanted to actually react to that video. But I'll talk about it another time. But I'm just pointing that out. So check him out. Check out this video. I talk about it later. Not in this stream, but in some other All right. Now let's start issue 150. I think this is like what an 80 something page story or whatever. So this should be fun. Right? Not a huge fan of this cover, to be honest with you, or the just not the character models. I get it. I think it's supposed to. Come on. Again, because I had to restart my computer. It's on all pages, not one page. But oh well. All right, that's better. Oh no. I'm gonna slap my computer. All pages. Let's go. Am I even a screen share? Okay, that's better. Yep, I am. All right, so this is issue 150, pretty much. So let me scroll down and just give you my abridged thoughts. So basically, this is all Kevin Eastman, even though I'm pretty sure his name is in there just make sales or whatever. I'm pretty sure he had nothing to do with this story because he is doing the stuff with the Last Ronin. So he don't really care. Some people you might go on throughout these pages. So stop doing that. All right, here we go. All right, that's better. All right, so there's still a Michelangelo's little thing. Michelangelo beats up Future Bob, but then he gets taken out in one hit, which that don't make no sense because I'm like, yeah, and I get it that this is a future Bob or whatever, and he was trained future Leo, but I'm Michelangelo who's has more experience than Bob and stuff, losing like that, and I get it, he's rustier. Michelangelo, he's one of the main characters in this story. He shouldn't be losing like that. Unless he's got like some kind of edge to him, like a super strength or whatever. But anyways, uh, uh, let me go in. Sorry, for some parts where I was like, but it's not bad. I actually like it. It kind of reminds me of the '87 stuff. It's very cute and all that stuff. And I like all ugly or vulgar, or I would take badass too. I would love badass. Anyways, so Donatello and Venus. This is sort of kind of born back in, and this is Splinter. So, anyways, I'm not a huge fan of how Sophie Campbell basically kind of made this into like so like where you kind of end this. I mean, it's interesting, but I'm not really a fan of it personally because I'm just like it just takes away from Master Splinter's like self-awareness around. That's just the whole reincarnation thing in a second though. So but basically 150 is like a complete time loop. So if you end things here but start at issue 1, it's like that. It's weird. But you'll see what I mean in a second. So basically Donatello and Venus try to spend all this time trying to like protect April and Splinter and themselves and all that from these masked ninjas. And this is like a year before they got mutated around this time, but Raphael got separated from them for like about a year and all that stuff or whatever. But yeah, I have some of these characters in my opinion. Anyways, there's old Hob right here who also got mutated. Bob is back, but again, Donatello and Venus should not be losing to this guy. Bob Venus got what psychic powers and all that stuff, or spiritual powers, and Donatello is more experienced as a fighter. Anyways, now here's where we get to the interesting part. So these characters right here are supposed to be Donatello's children. Okay. And I'm going to be honest with you, I do not like these designs at all. I mean, this one's sort of okay. This one, This one, I'm not a huge fan of. He honestly looks like that little thing from Fantastic Four. But there's this like character. I think his name is what, the Tinkerer or something, or the Mad Thinker, right? That character. It's like some weird robot or something where yeah, his all. I definitely do not like the order of these characters either. So there is that. So let me keep. So basically, I guess they went back in time too to help out Donatello and all this stuff, but they're also pretty bitter and they talk all this trash about Donatello and stuff, saying that he neglected them. Really? See, like right here. No, he'll abandon us somewhere so he can go do his own thing. His family, so he tried to create replacements. Most of them just faded away after a few days, though. He was keep trying. Let me just get to something more. Just on the borderline of where I was just like, yeah. Even though he succeeded in creating us his new family, we just weren't what he wanted. How he's like most of his art tends to. We are a harsh reflection of the art to make him after other than our own father. I can't look at you and see how you eclipse me and make up for my fault. Does that when she like takes the turtles and stuff, and like it's a future version of the turtles. Ashes, what's happening? Hey, I overslept a bit, but hope you got in time. Yeah, nice to have you here. I'm gonna be here on for her. I can't speak. I'm gonna be on for a bit, I guess. So there is that. But anyways, but if you want to like say some things or ask me some stuff, I finally all the episodes. Don't really have an opinion on it. Let's just say that. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I hate this part right here. Like, so as I was saying though, like I hate when Sophie Campbell does that, where she like takes a future version of the turtles, and then she makes them either warp, psychotic, make them bitter, or makes them like what I mean. Like in one issue, like literally a couple of issues ago, she made Future Wrath have like some kind of like dementia or something. I was like, or where it's literally like Future Wrath and Yara break up and stuff when they were supposed to be getting together. Uh, even though she, so there was the two. No, Sheena and Jenica are still together because they're a perfect couple and they're Sophie Campbell's favorite couple. You can literally look it up on her Twitter. I mean, not her Twitter, her Tumblr. Said so herself. But anyways, so apparently here, oh yeah, Donatello's got to be a neglectful parent and all that. So there is that. So here's the future Donatello that shows up that is supposed to be these kids' dad, pretty much. Basically, Donatello, like, well, let me see. Whoops. Like I said, bitter, broken, uh, and this turns into basically a magic battle, which I don't have a problem with. Magic turtles spirituality stuff sometimes, so I'm not against that. But anyways, so Future Donnie basically kills his own son or whatever, erase him from existence and all that stuff. And then Donatello, and I'm not gonna bother really remembering their names. I don't really care enough for it. But basically, Donatello, he starts to get on him. You killed him. You're like a living creature. You release our father into each other that we never kill. I would never become like you. I'll change this all. I mean, I'll change all of this. My bad. Okay. I don't remember whenever and I've read almost all the IDW comics. I have never heard like the Turtles saying that they would never kill. Now, they do have qualms about it, and I don't think they ever really killed like that per se. Not like the Mirage comics do, but in the IDW comics, especially the Shredder, they're like, okay, had in some kind of way, and or Michelangelo because he wasn't with it. Then when he killed Darius Dunn and Protestant, he kind of is going off the wall here with all this. Okay, but I'm just saying though, like Jesus Christ, why can't we just like see a good side of the Turtles? Why do we always got to see like this deconstruction or see all this? Oh no, they're just bitter. I'm just like, this is so stupid. It's hard to believe that I was once basically he's saying to hell with the world. I guess he helps out Donatello right here. Pencil thing, which I'm not well, I know it's a reference to like what's it called? The to the Donatello micro comic where Donatello kind of teamed up with Mirage Comics in the universe version of Jack Kirby, basically Kirby King, who was kind of April's tenant that lived with her and stuff. Yeah. I know it's a reference to that, like, or a little bit of a callback to that, but I just hate how like involuntary, like Larry try to make that be all like, oh well, like the little crystal pencil person, you know what I mean? So basically, Sylvia Campbell, I guess, the idea and basically applied it to here with Donatello, and is like, oh yeah, that's how he got his children. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that is stupid. Like, I did so much issue with 50 me, but I just keep wondering, do you think it's time to reboot with a new comic company, a new continuity under IDW? I'm not saying issue 150 is entirely terrible. I'm just saying, like, I just hate all this bitterness, and I just like, yeah, it just comes off as cynical to me. Um, to be honest with you, the stories after Armageddon game, I'm not gonna lie, you kind of to me reboot with a different comic book company. Uh, um, focus on something else, nothing more, nothing or one universe and stuff versus just have all these other collectives. They should probably go to another like company or something. I was thinking like Boom Studios maybe, because they did the Power Rangers crossover, and technically the turtles in there do live inside the Power Rangers universe. So they could do like a Boom Studios version of TMT where it's like following those turtles. Yeah, I get it. They got a white back Stockman. It follows the 80 then waiting back guy with except for or the Saturday morning. Hopefully, do love the sport. I do love Saturday morning too, and some of the side stuff and stuff is actually pretty good. I haven't read that. What was it? Not good of the Foot Clan, but Untold Secrets of the Foot Clan. That's decent so far. I haven't read issue 2 yet though, but I definitely love Casey in there. So yeah, I'm glad Sylvie Campbell wasn't able to do what she do with Casey. I was like, oh God, why? So, anyways, let me continue. River Tang Shin. That's their mom and all that stuff. Let me keep going. Venus dies here. Even though I'm just like, she really could have done something else to live, but okay. Well, never mind. I was gonna say at least well, I don't know. At least Junica had nothing to do with it though, so that's something. All right, all right. Basically, it comes this weird deformity. Some of this art is actually pretty good, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm just like, it's about time, long overdue since Sophie Campbell's gotten off these books, like very long overdue. And speak of the devil, this is her artwork right here. Uh, um, this page right there is actually pretty good, but I hate how she draws the human characters, especially April and stuff. April's hair to be all like fuzzy or whatever, or all like that. I'm just like, I don't. And then keep in mind, everyone's here. I know Raphael went on a road trip and she wanted to do more with Raphael. She needs to distance herself from Ninja Turtles in general, okay? But yeah, you got the ugly stepsister right here, Naruto, Michelangelo right here. Oh wait, this is a Raphael, I guess. So, anyways, I guess that's how it ends right here. Then Donatello cries like a little girl, and that's the end of that. And then I guess Venus sort of like her spirit ascends. This is actually kind of cool though. I'm not gonna lie, fan of like, oh, basically that helped them, I guess, get these memories or whatever from their past life. I'm just like, yeah, I would have rather that just been left kind of unexplained. But yeah, but like I said, this kind of just starts in a little bit of a time loop from like issue 1 and then you read all up to 150, and then 150, and then you start back to issue 1. What if they made a Saturday morning cartoon or a Saturday morning spinoff more serious, just like the Archie did their comics based on the 87 Turtles? That would be interesting. I mean, I definitely love some Archie. That's for sure. Definitely love the Ninja Turtles, but I'm now like kind of conducting itself, um, because it is a continuation of the 80s cartoon. So, yeah. And I wouldn't say they don't take themselves entirely seriously, but I mean, yeah, but they do and stuff. They have some nice adventures and stuff or misadventures, some story arcs and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is actually pretty good. But yeah. Do you think that it would have been interesting for Venus to train her mystic powers by the Ninja Tribunal? Yeah, that definitely could be cool. Like again, there's plenty of ideas that Ninja Turtles have from like other shows and stuff like that, but it's like people are kind of only just pulling from like one source. Like Sophie Campbell, she's only a fan of Mirage comics and stuff for the most part. So for her, she's always pulling from Mirage, and it's like, all right, well, how can I tweak this and just be like, and I don't think she really likes the Archie, to be honest with you, but I just feel like she just gathers ideas or whatever to like kind of give some kind of fan service. But let me stop being all trashy. But yeah, but she doesn't pull from anything else. Even like the 2012 series, she don't really like the 2012 series. She's like, well, yeah, I've seen a little bit of it, but I never really like got into it or whatever. But yeah, but I'm just like, some of these shows have really good ideas that you can probably use and stuff versus just being all like, oh, well, instead of not using it at all. Because I was saying like the other night, I was like, yeah, fast forward and stuff had plenty of ideas. So I'm just like, there's plenty of ideas. Fast forward has plenty of ideas. The 2012 series has. I don't know if it's because of like, oh, well, you can't use certain characters because of legal reasons or whatever, like the Sonic stuff, but still, you can kind of use this idea though. Hey, what's happening? Fierce sympathetic Black Queen. You just missed it. Ruby King was here. We need a definitive Tmnt universe with Karai fighting Pimiko and the Justice Force uniting with the Mutanimals. You know what? I never really thought about that, but that would definitely be interesting. I was thinking, yeah, I was kind of thinking something though, like with Karai and Pimiko, or some kind of like I was thinking like, what if Master Splinter, like in the 2012 series, did have a daughter, and she kind of grew up and became like Pimiko or something or whatever. That would be interesting in my opinion. Um, and Karai can be her own character because I'm not saying I didn't like that twist inside the 2012 series because that was an interesting twist. But I was thinking, instead of just doing it with Karai, what if you just did it with another character that was named Hamato Miwa and she becomes like Pimiko or something like that or whatever. I don't know. That's just my idea. Um, as well. But yeah, but hey, at least I'm not feeling lonely there. All right, now we're gonna get into the trashy side of things, where I want the SGWs and the, how it is. All right. And if you guys have any questions, just ask me or whatever. I'll keep a little eye out. So yep. All right, I'm gonna send this one right here. Just these two videos, but I'm definitely starting with this one. I saw these videos and I was like, bruh. So this should be funny. I should definitely be in more of a mood to want to roast some stuff. And I will also try to see if I can watch Italian the Stallion today as well. I definitely do got some things about him. I want to watch all of it. I'll probably check it out maybe tomorrow if I can. Because I was watching it earlier. Prepared.
Not respecting any opinion from a white guy with a Black History podcast episode talking about stuff.
Yep, you know what time this is going to be. All right,
No, I
let's
think
go.
April would be hot up here on some of that Verity Showmers from Cromwell. 15% off. Verity looking at that's you. Bring it to the description. Team was good. Actually, Spider. Any good cartoon food. I can't wait for this to drop.
I'm gonna lie to you, I do not like the designs too much. I mean, they're okay. I just don't like everyone else's design, and I definitely don't like the animation for this. People would be like, "Oh, they're trying to do like Spider Verse." Yeah, it's still not good.
Wait, April and not
version of an established character. The niggas are pretending. Open Discord seems to be amazing.
And the people who made the character or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's whatever, right? I mean, God forbid. I mean, if it was Baxter Stockman who got race swapped to be white or something, oh yeah, people aren't going to make a big deal out of it. No, they did make a big deal out of it when he got race swapped there. Race swapped then there too. Here, yes, people do not like April getting race swapped. I'm like, again, could have used an original black character. Tmnt definitely does have some original black characters and stuff, and I can pull up some right now actually. But let me.
These days, I'm styling and just real.
In the comments, make sure to use this video to.
I've seen people use the word massage noir, at least especially in Maine. Kind of miss the word massage noir. The only time I ever heard of massage noir is from that chick Harriana, and so that's how I learned about it. I was like, massage noir, what is that? It's supposed to be like a prejudice or bias against black women. I'm like, yeah, of course somebody like her would like Google what was it prejudice against black women would mean. I'm like, or if there's a word for it. I'm like, what? Never have I ever like real life heard somebody use the word massage noir before. I'm going to be honest with you.
Seems like they mean it. Look at these dislikes, bro. Oh my god, this is nuts.
And when you got like 3,000 like likes and then 12,000 dislikes, apparently, yeah, you're doing something wrong in that regard. But okay, continue.
And it can't be because of the art style. It can't be.
The little kids, they're 13 and stuff. And yeah, they're supposed to be 15 or whatever, but they don't look like, no.
Why?
I'm not buying it.
Why does all those damn?
Their voices are terrible and stuff and all that. Like, come on.
You know why? It's like, so it's a shame to sure. You know, it's gonna be some bull. When I saw the like I
don't have enough in a row. That is on the itinerary though. Hang on. Please count. Because I'm doing that now, but I keep forgetting. Hang on. In case it don't show up in the chat later or whatever, but yeah, we need a definitive, yep. I hope you managed to roast Tmnt 2012 today. Hopefully the internet won't be selfish again. Oh yeah, I count on it. I am counting on it, and I'm definitely going to talk about that long rant that the Stallion did. Oh yes, Mutant Mayhem failed. Wait, hang on. Whoops, get ahead of myself. I understand why people don't like this, but I don't see anything bad in Black April as long as she's written well. I mean, that's cool and stuff. I know, but I'm just saying, like, I gotta show the images as to why I got a problem with it. Mutant Mayhem April failed mainly because she was done dirty. Rise April was pretty good and an interesting character in comparison. Yeah, but the thing is, like, Rise April literally could have been like Angel Bridge. But hang on.
But there are a numerous amount of other.
because I'm pretty like because you've seen the 2012. I mean not the 2012. You've seen the 23 2023. God damn it, you've seen the 2003 series and stuff, so you know they definitely got a lot of black characters in there. Hang on, I even made a video talking about it too. So yeah, hang on. Angel right here. Okay, this is Angel. Okay, we all know who Angel Bridge is and stuff. She's character from the 2000 series and stuff. She's basically like a female Casey Jones, kind of like a black version of April. Basically, she does nails, tomboyish. She was about to join the Purple Dragons, but Casey talked her out of it. She's in the IDW comics, but she's poorly underutilized. She's the vigilante nobody, etc. Okay, and she's cute. All right, the, Michelangelo thing causes like the 13 or 14 into that. But by the end of the series of three seasons, okay, and she's like at least 18 or 20 around this time when April and Casey had this wedding. Doesn't she look at people to be black and overweight and stuff? Like, let me type in what April looks like when she's like I'm pretty sure we all seen the images, but I got it just for a little bit for the sake of reminder. But hang on, hang on. So no, we took a character that we know, like who we know, like what she looks like, right? Or whatever. Do all this to her, like. Sorry, that's not what I wanted to pull up, but I'm gonna get back to the video in a second, and then I'll pull it up. Other fans, and especially normies, don't have a clue who she is, unfortunately. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, they gotta, instead of just making a standard gender swapping them and then claiming, oh, yeah, I'm all for diversity, and then they call fans and stuff all racist or you're just misogynistic. I'm like, no, we already got characters and stuff that these people, but they choose to because of reasons. I would say like they could like I'm not against them using Carter Dawson and stuff. I actually like Carter from the '87 series. I thought he was a pretty good character and he was one of the best students of the Ninja Turtles and stuff. Like he had an interesting arc where basically his entire arc was that he had to learn how to control his mutation and all that stuff, and the Turtles were also struggling to control their mutation because they were turning into monsters and stuff in the '87 series in the Red Sky thing. So they had to so they were training with Carter and all that stuff and all that to like, control their mutation. So I thought that was an interesting arc. But they could have brought back Carter. Carter actually had a cameo in the 2012 series. But I'm like, man, why didn't you just put him in there, please?
So yeah, that's where
Versus
I come in.
just race swapping able to be black, and then you make her overweight. Like, okay, if you needed somebody that wears yellow, got dreads, and is a black, and I'm like, well, I was gonna say he's a black man, but April ain't a black man, but whatever. You got Carter, or you could use Angel. There's plenty of black, they got black friends. Come on.
But before that, we got to get into the though. So yeah, one's favorite. All
right, I'm
yeah, I'm gonna put y'all on. You know how we do.
I'm good. Nope, I'm good.
Legends, like come on, it's grandma's favorite mobile game. It's only like the most.
Come on.
It's birthday stuff. Once you hop on, just enter code. Gates when the current turtle did
All right, let me go back
cross
a little bit.
the crossover with the past ones, it was fun. Like my other two hyperfixations, or should I say three, this franchise would just never die. You reboot a show so many times, eventually it'll look different. We can't just have all white niggas because we've almost always.
But again, could just throw in other black characters and stuff, or create original black characters. People like that versus race swaps.
Had all white niggas.
And yeah, just because some characters might look different or whatever, that don't mean anything. They have to look a certain way because that's how we recognize them. That's how art works.
No, it's an issue. You and niggas would rather talk about the new April
hair, clothing, skin tone. I mean, come on.
Of interesting shit we found from the trailer. Gonna be playing Baxter Stevens.
But April Hate is really too because
same reactionary grifter shit.
I was like, man, they killed off like man Lafreniere. That was stupid. Look at that. She got like 3 chins.
Money. Just trying to do a money spread for anime body build. Regardless, seen just how weird that it's a weird.
Oops. All right. I was having, I guess, difficulties. But anyways, I'm back now. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm about to show you Black April because apparently he's like, oh well, you guys just have a problem with you're like he's using the whole oh well, you're just a pedophile and blah 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 kind of argument and stuff. Why are you judging a teenage girl that's in a fictional world by her looks? Okay, let me show this. Okay, real quick. We all know what Mutant Mayhem April looks like, okay? And to be honest with you, we all know she's ugly as hell. Look at this. Look at that. What else is she? She ain't beautiful. And then crush on her. I'm like, what is this? Look at this. That ain't April. That is not April. Oh my God, this is ugly. Look at that. Okay? Even if you're going to draw black women and stuff, they don't look like that. See how ugly that is? Like, Jesus Christ. But I showed you Angel Bridge earlier and stuff and how beautiful she looks or how cute she looks. But no, this right here. Oh yeah. Well, she had a problem and stuff because it's not just because like it doesn't make sense to race swap April to be black or that you uglified her and then you made her overweight or anything. And no, April's not supposed to be like skinny or anything, or she's not overweight, but she's athletic and stuff. Like April, she's athletic. She works out, she trains and stuff in order to protect herself. She has she's in a good figure. That's basically April's body type. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Anyways, let me show you some of these comments. We know other fans, especially normies, don't have a clue who she is, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I read that earlier. Well, he also had a little arc with deciding whether or not work for Drake. Yeah, probably. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I definitely do remember Lord Dredd was like, or Drake was like the main villain in that series, like for the rest of the series and stuff. So like Shredder and Krang kind of took a backseat. I think they appeared a few times after that, but still. But Drake was definitely interesting in my opinion. Not to mention he was like masquerading as like a good guy to the public and stuff, and there was this whole thing. That's what I'm saying. Like I miss stuff like that. I'd rather see that than see stuff like than what they got with the with especially Mutant Mayhem. But with the IDW comics, I'd rather see that happen than this. It was this crap. Yeah, yeah, because I showed the pictures and the concept art. Yeah, she looks ugly.
Plus, flies nigga ever. Forget the non-skinny black woman and AFABs. You know, that could feel good from watching this shit. No representation.
Yeah, yeah, we gotta validate those type of people and stuff, you know, not just have the character look accurate, or validate the writers and the artists that created her to begin with. But okay,
What is that? The only time y'all or anything is if they look as close. Y'all are mad. We're talking about the
could just make her look cute, but no.
appearances of little fictional teenagers. What exactly ugly? Nothing.
Let's see, overweight. Then they called her what?
Is it's because she's black.
I'm not gonna say what race, what
Be mad in the eyes. Like people see it's racist, the femininity standard.
April O'Neil standard. But continue.
Have to be ugly. Why are you, as a grown ass, about your own health before you talk or shit that don't involve you? I think your last concern on the city.
Got this fake ass LTG. Like he sounds low key like low tier guy. I'm feeling like low tier guy, bro. You kill yourself. You're a waste of space. Blah blah blah. Drink some water. I don't know. Like I don't know. That line reminds me. Yeah, he sounds a lot like a low tier guy. But talking about April O'Neil designs, in my opinion, I think this of her look from the Archie comics and stuff with the long hair and all this. If not, I mean, of course, her 87 look, or even like 2012, all those looks. And all that stuff, you know, like, yeah. And she, by the way, she's a grown woman. April is supposed to be a grown woman from the get. You know, the thing is with the 2012 series, April is like 18 by the end of the series. Okay, that's fine. I don't know about Rise. I think it's 5K, although I don't think much of Rise, but I don't know, maybe 2 seasons, so that might be that, I guess. But yeah, that's why I see Bishop trying to destroy it. Hang on, let me highlight that and put it on. That could also be pretty good too. Like yeah, that could definitely be. That could have been a good story. They had like Bishop trying to destroy it, like the whole good guy drag agenda. I would have loved to see that though. I'm not gonna lie to you, Ashes. That would definitely make for an interesting story because you know Bishop had a thing against aliens. I preferred him to have a thing against aliens versus mutants, but you know, because in the IDW comics they made him have a thing against mutants. That's why we also need to have Bishop trying to destroy the whole. Oh yeah, that's what he's trying. Yeah. So you get the idea. This one. Come on, buddy.
The trailer for Teenage Mutant have witnessed April O'Neil's deliberate.
This is the craziest thing in my life. She's acting like this.
But
like
she is ugly though. Not Melanie Mac. I'm saying the Black April is definitely ugly. Okay.
11. This is like white. Is that what this?
Just saying that a bit.
Yes.
Generally
No.
pointing out the objective
It doesn't.
in the room.
Yeah, at the same people-
love to just pull the race card. Neil makes you a bigot.
Yes, the fact that the same people making these videos are the same niggas that profit off of grifter outrage culture is very evident that this is rooted in bigotry.
People love to just pull the race card on this situation, but this is not even nothing to do with
If it
Does people not like does not Melanie Mac, but does this guy not realize that bigotry can work both ways? Like you can have bigotry against I don't know white people, you can have bigotry against black people. It works both ways. So it's not like oh well because you're profiting off of grifter content, you're a bigot. Okay, well you're saying that everyone else that is like what you call it and not actually looking at their opinions and stuff that can also make you a bigot too. Just food for thought, you know.
has nothing to do with race, please tell me why
She just has a
I wouldn't say masculine looking, but come on, he's deep and stuff, and this is coming from somebody that actually has cornrows too. Again, really could have gone for like I don't know Carter or something, and then the Turtles could have like mentored him or whatever. But nah, we gotta make April black because she's one of the most popular and the most well-known characters because we're lazy and we can't do anything. But you know, destroy IPs and stuff like that, or alienate fans, or call them racist, misogynistic. Massage noir, fat phobic, whatever. You know, we got
masculine looking appearance. The way that her weight is distributed is you know, this is diabetes. Okay, this is her weight distribution is very more on the masculine side.
Why did you say that? Like, it was almost
be the same hair.
Supposed to be young. I don't even think she's supposed to be an
I think
adult.
we
And why are
don't
we
need,
worried about the attractiveness?
people in this girl. They just use April as a drama to make back out of it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not saying April. Not April. Excuse me. I'm not saying that Melanie Mac probably isn't using this as like some kind of example to kind of fit like maybe a certain narrative or something. But if I'm being honest with you, I mean, she does have a point. Like I definitely do agree with her. I'm pretty sure she's not as passionate about it as I am because I don't think she's I don't think she's a Ninja Turtle fan like that. But the whole race swapping and the whole body positivity and stuff, like you got all those check boxes, and I'm just like, really? But let's keep going.
It's the literal children.
And people are also like, oh, she's younger. She's younger. She don't look like it. She looks like she's 45 years old.
No, she's great.
Look at
because she's frumpy and fat. I don't know. That can both like be both ways. Like low key, she's got the body of like what a 13-year-old, but then again, she could be all like stumpy and stuff like a 60-year-old. But
Look at how beautiful these
I
AI
don't know about April.
videos are with straight hair. They all have
So we're going to pull up fan art, and we're not going to talk about the actual official TMNT project right here.
straight hair and shitty. Shit, the one time
What do they call it? Black.
she was like Kamala Khan. I think my anti-black rhetoric detective.
We're not going to talk about it.
I don't think this version of the rise of the Teenage Mutant do with this. It's an art style. It's an ugly art style. Read this and think think that she was supposed to be that, you know, like no. I think this is a cheap, lazy art style that Steven Universe.
Okay, let me break it down like this, okay? Just because animation, like it has good animation sometimes, or a good fight choreography, that doesn't mean that the character models look good, okay? To be honest with you, I don't like the character models from Rise. Michelangelo's character model is okay, but to be honest with you, I mean, you literally got Raphael, who has a band-aid on his shell, compared to like the 2012 series where he was short, but he had the little scar on his shell that was like a little bit of a lightning bolt. But okay. Yep, these are top tier character designs because the animation and stuff. Animation and character models are two completely different things, but okay. And
style
usually
somehow.
they've been doing this. Like they've been to they nerf the character models or whatever of the style so it wouldn't come out as overcomplicated. So like when they do fluid animation and stuff, they can kind of get away with like the ugliness of it or whatever. Steam Universe, I don't hate Steam Universe. I actually like Steam Universe and all that, but I'm not gonna lie to you, with the character models inside Steam Universe, it's not exactly, you know, the best in the world. And we have seen things that came before Steam Universe that could do a lot better, but that's what I mean by the animation. Like they really nerf it and all that stuff,
In universe,
which isn't really that good in my opinion.
then outlines, round shapes, rise of the Tmnt thick outlines,
God, I hate that Curiosity Splinter.
sharp shapes. Y'all be chatting. All you people do is run your mouth open, start just on script, not respecting any opinion from a white guy. A podcast that was not y'all the definition of just chat. I can't take any
It's
of
like
you
a man that's
seriously. I remember
massage that uses words like that phobia.
character in the Nick fighting game because her cleavage wasn't in a children's game. Many used to go to war. Now they bitch about video games. About the force diversity game models and games on that be hot. I know for a fact most niggas angry because she ain't. And I would only think that because
I mean, she was cute inside. Was she not? I mean, until like back to the sewers where they kind of made her hair more orange than red because the what's his face, because of the 2007 movie. I have no problem with Rise character designs. Mutant Mayhem was the first time I genuinely wasn't vibing with the Turtles' design. Yeah, yeah. And again, I'm not knocking you for it because I do have some friends too, man, that also likes Rise. But for me personally, I just don't like it. You know, for the stuff that I've already said before.
eyes they're black. She wasn't even a ginger. Never hear about her. One of the originals.
It's cartoon, the one that, and for like it's been seen show then released straight DVD and
And stuff compared to Rise that went for 2 years, and then Mutant Mayhem, which is just a movie that honestly didn't really do all that well. If I'm going to be honest with you, it just had celebrity casting, and they had to rely on the merch from like the old Ninja Turtle series to kind of, you know, help it be successful versus it being able to stand on its own. But okay.
Huh? And nigga is sick of, bro. I'm gonna start making you attitudes. Yeah. Yeah. Don't ignore me.
You know, these people will definitely care about accuracy. She was black because you can't argue a hypothetical. But this ain't a
Because it's the
hypothetical.
first time that they made her black, and it was not supposed to be black.
Our niggas do everything in your I just with the people. Yeah, anyone who don't agree with them sensitive seems to escape literally all of these people. They literally shout
Sensitive, huh? Yeah, we're the ones that's sensitive. Okay.
on the screen that doesn't reflect them. And when what is wrong with what they're mad about? There's no nuance. Creative type of just generally breeds
Not
hate.
to
Shit, you
mention,
could
Steam Universe's character models were kind of all. There was that.
this video
Oh yeah, this is top tier.
wanted to
Like no.
but you and feed the cesspool responsible for pushing nothing but hatred. I mean, this nigga in the world. This like you and someone said another fucking character destroyed. Can you please?
As long as he's like, you know, a black kid with dreads. Well, I'm not a kid, but you know what I mean. He's a black dude with dreads and he's got the outfit and everything. Yeah, that's Static Shock, right?
I mean, for the argue, y'all just hate fat people. Even when they hit in the gym, y'all still harass them niggas. Like, they still get harassed. A lot of you skinny niggas get to sit on your high horse and talk shit on fat niggas, and y'all lucky y'all ain't overweight. Because if you were, you wouldn't be talking shit. Oh, fat nigga. I'll be happy because that's what they do. Not niggas are a contradiction. Talk about man on like little fool. They're fucking soy jacks, and you looks like a literal rat. Hey, Sneak, go. I don't like you either. I look another.
He says the movie looks great, but then pulled up a scene of Master Splinter with that stupid ass hairstyle.
This is all trailer, and it gets to the point where shitty ass Grifter.
I mean, I can show you the concept art again. I mean, there is always that. I mean, she does look ugly in that, right? And that was like, yeah, they were like, oh yeah, you know, this is how we envision Black April or Black women. Like, no, stop, please.
Thumbnail.
Please.
And that's
Ruzu also, speaking of Tatsuruzu, didn't he not make a video talking about this underrated black character girl who Raphael ended up helping out when she was getting like, you know, she was in a domestic, like she was in a abusive relationship with this one guy, which he was saying like, you know, that could have been explored and that would have been cool.
And hopping on. God.
Whole focusing on the video is like to my fixation of team. I make it happen. Follow Discord. Me out on vlog. It was a cool little vlog. 2022. We're gonna be there again, by the way. Just want to let y'all know.
Machine. O'Neal was like laughing. I can be as beautiful as her.
I love me some My Hero Academia. All right, I guess that's the end of that. Let's check the comments. Do you find it annoying everyone compares new versions? Everyone or everybody compares new versions of April with the 87 version. I know. God damn it. Here. I know most of them grew up with that, but April is not the definitive one, and April can be drastically different. I don't want for drastically different at all. Like, at least I'm saying, like, I'm not saying that you got to do like a 1-to-1 where like April has to look exactly like her 87 counterpart. Because I was showing the, you know, the Archie comics and stuff where April, you know, she had longer hair, so like kind of a brownish or orange kind of color. Archie April, I think, you know, redhead. Okay, so or not like, you know, not like as red as like in the 2003 version, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, she has long hair, like longer hair and stuff, and kind of a different outfit. It's like a suit and all that, and the shoulder length hair. Yeah, that is her most iconic look. Like people know her, you know her look based off of that because it just stands out the most, you know. But I'm just saying though, like, I don't mind it being different tires, like in the 2012 version, which, yeah, April has a cool look inside the 2012 version, like first t-shirt with the jeans and the and the jeans and all, or the jean shorts and all that stuff. Then later on, she wears like that yellow jumpsuit, which I actually like that she wore the yellow jumpsuit. But it's like supposed to be like a little spacesuit, but I like that. Then she also had the little kind of Kill Bill Kunoichi outfit or whatever that she was wearing from that as well. So there was that. So yeah. So I mean, yes, I'm not against April being in different outfits and stuff. It's just I hate that when like they have to drastically change April and stuff and be like, well, we just can't, we can't sell black characters and stuff unless we have to change the original cast or female characters and stuff. And I'm like, there's plenty of characters that can work. It's just that you're too lazy to do the work. That's how I feel. I'm like, so like for example, Mutant Mayhem, right? They had a ginger, I said ginger swap. They had to gender swap certain characters or whatever because they had to make them fit. And I'm like, okay, well, why didn't you just take, I don't know, Alopex or something? She's a mutant that people like. That could have been her first movie debut or whatever. Alopex, who else is there inside the TMNT series that's like a female mutant? Mona Lisa, somebody. Like, there's plenty of characters that they could use that's on the table, but they don't. I'm like, that's stupid. Anyway, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. But yeah, and I'll play. I guess I'll play some of Italian this time. I was going to play another video that's a lot more longer, but probably for another day, I guess. All right, I am back, and I'm ready to roll. All right, so I was going to talk about another video, but yeah, like I said, it was longer, so might as well get into the kicker of it and just go with Italian the Stallion because I've been dying to want to talk about him. Sorry. Uh, Sorry about that. Dry throat. Give me 1 second. All right, so I am definitely going to go into some of these videos. I won't go into every single video about his TMNT stuff or his opinions about like all of his opinions about TMNT. But Ash has referred to me to this guy, and I was like, oh yeah, I definitely got to talk about it. I definitely got to talk about it. All right. I'm not saying he is a fake ass fan. I was saying like some of the like that guy previously. Yeah, he's a fake ass fan of Ninja Turtles and stuff, or like Sobe Campbell. But this guy, I'm like, no, he's a genuine fan and all that. But he's just like, I'm just like, nah, bro. I think you got a terrible opinion about this, so I definitely want to talk about it. Or a bad take, but hey, I mean, we all have our.
Hey, what's up, guys? Fabio here once again, and I want to welcome everybody back to another video. And today, I am coming at you with another paid request. Before we get into all I do apologize. He sent.
Sorry. I'm gonna have to just jump ahead.
One the week because I had a fucking migraine and this, that, and the other thing. So now,
by the way, he curses a lot too. So you know,
I wanted you to talk because I could. That I don't like that fucking cartoon. I never have. I never will. It sucks. It made the Ninja Turtles look like a fuck. He's like this new me that's.
By the way, this guy's only seen a couple of episodes from the first season. He hasn't actually like watched at least one season of the 2012 series to actually have like a full on opinion. I mean, he has an opinion, and that's fine, but I'm just saying it's not a good one. So let's keep going.
And fuck Ninja Turtles. Well, fuck everything about Ninja Turtles because that sucked. The 2012 cartoon sucked. The
2012 series didn't suck. The Bayverse, it's out there. It's up. I mean, it's out.
The Rise of the Ninja Turtles. Nobody fucking made the toys suck.
There are things I didn't like about it, but to be honest with you, it was all right. It wasn't that bad.
I'm not a big fan of the IDW comics. So everything after Turtles Forever sucked. That here. I get so.
To be honest, when it really got to Mutant Mayhem, that's where it really
So
started
sick and
sucking.
tired of people thinking that the Turtle lighthearted, nostalgia, and the original comics. People claimed experts and they've never read the Mirage cover.
Trust me, I've read the Mirage comics, and I've read other Ninja Turtle comics too, which I'll probably grab some in a second, which I should have done before this video, but hey, whatever. We do it live, right?
I even heard people
It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
on that because he did send in a paid request for that. Love the 2003 series. It's my favorite Ninja Turtles iteration. Favorite cartoon of all time, and they're still continuing.
To be honest with you, if I'm going to be honest, the 2012 series and the series are the same in terms of like which one's light and dark, they're pretty much about the same. Wave probably the Sentinels can be a lot more darker actually, but I got some scans. I got some scans.
To do with this movie, Fat and the Ninja Turtles are like 5 years old.
I agree with him on that one. It's supposed to be 15, but they look a lot younger than that. They don't look like no 15 or sound no 15-year-old. I know they're voiced by actual teenagers, but that's why I'm like, yeah, this would be better if you got professional voice actors, not kids, to voice them. Okay.
Agree. Oh shit! I didn't mean to click. I clicked the wrong thing. I'm sick of the nostalgia and Ninja Turtles always being lighthearted.
Nerd culture, what's going on, bro? I was wondering if you would probably jump in or something. I was thinking about putting it in your group, but I completely forgot. The 2012 series is darker, to be honest. Exactly. That's why I was like, yeah, they got a lot of darker moments, low key, in the 2012 series. When you really think about it, I mean, like I said, he's only seen a couple of episodes from season one, which I get because season one wasn't all that dark, to be honest with you. But when you get to when you start watching more and more and stuff of like Ninja Turtles, like from the 2012 series, oh yeah, it gets darker.
Because it cut off. Seems like I'm thrown at the fans, of course, because what sells apparently.
It does. I'm sorry if you hate that, but like be honest, like, and this is also like one of my things is too is like the 87 series, like the 87 series, like be honest with yourself, it does sell. Like the video games and stuff, Shredder's Revenge, that sells. What else was there? The Saturday morning cartoons. Right now, in my opinion, that and Last Ronin is the only good things, and some of the crossovers too are like some of the good things right now for like the Ninja Turtle stuff. Not the IDW comics. Although I mean, started off really strong, but when you put Sophie Campbell in that and she ruined it, yeah. You got the 87 cartoon, you got what's his face, and the Last Ronin.
Don't even get me started. When are the 80s fans going to grow up and move on so we can actually get something better, like a more mature Ninja Turtles for adults?
And besides, it's a lot more iconic too. But if you want a more darker take on the 87 series, I mean, we got the 2012 series and we got the Archie comics, pretty much. Those are like darker takes on the 87 series. But I feel like the 87 series, they definitely deserve a lot more respect. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie. I actually like the 87 series a lot more than I like Mirage, which I got nothing against Mirage. But if I'm just being honest, I love the ideas that the 87 series had. Where, I mean, yeah, Mirage was kind of the starting point, but I love a lot more of the ideas that the 87 series had, like making April a she was a news reporter instead of a scientist, or the turtles that have multicolored bandanas and stuff, so that would be sellable. Like, and like some of the villains in there, some of their backstories, in my opinion, or they were utilized better in there. But yeah, I'll probably talk about it another time, I guess. But let's continue.
On all those points, Ninja Turtles needs to be dark. I think it's time. Okay, it is time, and it's time for it to be dark. Okay, I forgot to do the other shit. I was too busy getting it.
And to be honest with you, I don't think darker automatically means better. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, sometimes they definitely can work. I mean, it definitely worked for the Last Ronin because they were definitely dark in there. Or like the Mirage comics, Mirage is also pretty good too. But I don't think that like necessarily you got to be dark. Like, that'll automatically make Ninja Turtles 100 times better. No, just make a good story and have the characters just be in character and all that stuff. That works. Or just write a good story. Like, I think that the Ninja Turtles can be like completely like PG 13 or whatever, and it can still be like, awesome and stuff, just like the movie. Actually, speaking of which, I forgot to share this real quick. This is how I think that the Ninja Turtles should definitely be like and stuff, like low key, because I just don't feel like IDW is giving me that feeling right now. I know I'm gonna take a bit of a what do they call it? What do they call it? emission or whatever, or like well, let's say it's recess. You know, we're gonna take a little, little break from him real quick because I want to show you the skit and stuff. And this is how I want, like, you know, when I want like something like Ninja Turtles or whatever to be like, this is how I want the Ninja Turtles to be like, or at least like when it comes to action and all that stuff. And if you've seen Ninja Gaiden, you know Ninja, right? Joe, they were good.
I didn't even pull it out. I didn't tell me to. Where did he come from? Enjoying the scenery and then down. Death is the last thing that's supposed to happen. So what the fuck?
Quick question. When he attacked, you were caught off guard, or
Hell yeah, I was already wrapped. Like
This is a
the motherfucker.
good skit. I really like.
This
is a
I was
a commercial.
Like, I'm not calling you a liar. I just want to make sure that you was 100% sure that you was off guard, all stealth.
I'm
right?
sorry. Is being off guard? There's more. Like, what am I missing? Like, what's going on?
Okay, cool. Fuck you.
I hate you. You got off way too easy. I hate you so much. I mean, to a perspective of why we're so angry, right? When we heard that Ryu Hayabusa was our target, our trading consisted of a tower company.
No, not them just like sitting around doing nothing and all that stuff, or just
He has
things
such
happen.
insane
but-
speed, which is because
It's like he's teleporting, which is crazy.
slash
Bomb.
buildings. We had magic.
Dimensions.
We had little
Dimensions.
niggas from different dimensions coming to jump this nigga. The training worked. Trust me, it did. We even had suicide bombs. Killed them all. The point is like, wait a minute. Getting these weapons. How is he using these weapons so efficiently?
There's a point in
and
the
why
fade.
is he using Oh, right. So in their that only when you're and it grants you the power to, like, I don't know, kill gods, basically.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't. It happened again, but at least that's only once and all that stuff. And yeah. But anyways, let me get back to the thing. I don't know why it's doing that. I never had that problem in all the other live streams until yesterday. So that's weird. Anyways, I'm almost finished with this skit. Pretty much. But yeah, let me get back to that. Threw a black hole at him, people.
It screams fuck a story. The only thing you need to worry about is get he's fought. That right there should tell you that. And don't think because you die suicide bomb him this exact time.
Oh, I'm going to.
Yo, what's happening? Yo,
You say you wanna come? Yeah. I'm saying,
all right, I'm back again. I don't know what is going on, but eh, okay, now this is just getting ridiculous. I'm sorry. I don't know what is going on. I even restarted my computer from the other day and all that stuff. But yeah. All right, now I'm getting back to the video. I already played the skit because I just thought that I want the Ninja Turtles to be like, basically, at least some action and all that stuff or whatever, etc. Or like do it like Tekken or something. But like, why are we getting all this slice of life talking and all that stuff? I'm just like, I'm not feeling that. But anyways, Nickelodeon destroyed TMNT. Well, they definitely did with the Mutant Mayhem thing. I'll say that much. All right, let's get back to this guy. Let's stay on this.
Car I'm putting to the laptop. It's in frame. Like it's too big, small. Five videos, so guys more of the type of videos that you want to see me keep them. Everybody gets I'm happy, just like they add block. So thank you. But I agree. Ninja, go back to that. Again, as all of you very well know, I'm a big Turtle. I grew up watching the '80s cartoons, so I used to I love the 2003 card because either direct or they made it mature and they made it dark. And I think Larson sent in a range, but I love Turtles Forever. Turtles Forever was a great conclusion. The original Mirage comics, I have a bunch of them. I love that they were in black and different, and they were dark, and they were cursed, and they killed people. Again, it's to be experts, things that matter. And what is hilarious to me to be fans, they claim to fucking about the Mirage. All shit when the study, when that trailer dropped, everybody was like, why is everybody mad? April was always black. No, she fucking wasn't. Read the original Mirage comics. I don't think April black. My eyes might fucking deceive my arcing. I guess I'm not goals, but why I said it like that. But April clearly was not fucking black in comics. Now there are versions. There's like all shit out there where April is black. None of that stuff is considered. Number two, it's an alternate version. April was always historically white. Now, yes, Peter Laird based April on a black woman that he knew named April. He wanted to make her black, and he did not make her black. He made her white. So that's where that comes from. But again, April in any of the major Ninja Turtle shit was never fucking black. I don't know what these people are talking about. They made black in the Rise of the Ninja Turtles. Again, nobody fucking watched it. Nobody bought the toys because no one cares. Organization. I discussed. I said, me. Well, Bob took his phone at the time. Organization of a historically white character because people are too lazy and too fucking stupid to come up with a I'm going to go off in different directions here. I apologize. There will be a test later. I'm kidding. There won't be a test later. But Ninja Turtles needs to be.
All right. Yeah. I know I let that play on for a little bit. Mine kind of came downstairs to show you that, yes, I had the comic so serious, and I do think it is respectful to the Ninja Turtle lore. But real quick, he said that the 2012 series wasn't dark, right? So as you can see right here, this is my DeviantArt account. I've been putting up I have a lot of stuff. I kind of upload a little bit late nowadays, but it is what it is. So tell me why the 2012 series isn't dark, right? But let me go to this. Hang on. I've been making some gifts lately to, like, especially in the moment, but just just in general, because I love the 2012 series. So if I ever come across something where it'll be convenient for me to use, I can just go to it. Okay. So let's see. Dark. Right here. Okay. So being black. They're just alternate versions. I mean, that's still terrible to like even like that's just lazy, man. Even if it's alternate versions. Maybe we should jump straight into the 2012 show, right? No, a little bit, and then probably in the thing from there. But well, actually no, I'll probably play on the 2023. The say 2023, the 2012 thing, and I'll save the other one for another video. But I'm gonna finish the rest of this though. All right. Yes, this is a dark show. Okay, skeletons, the Rat King. They even adapted that like that one with Master Splinter, where in the comics, and this is something that the 2003 series didn't do. But there was this one comic right during City of War where Master Splinter was injured and nobody didn't know where he was. So basically, he was in an alley, and basically the Rat King's spirit was trying to like pretty much gaslight Master Splinter. It's like literally eating a rat to make him commit cannibalism, and he literally does that. Okay, in the 2012 show, it's not as dark as that where he actually goes and does it because he's not there for like weeks or anything where nobody doesn't know where he is, but he's just gone for like at least 12 hours or so, whatever, and he's injured. He just fell off a 2000 store like 2000 2000 oh not 2000 two 100,000 feet and all that stuff, so that was crazy. But yes, it can be dark. This is when Alopex chopped off Tiger Claw's hand. It may not show blood, but it happened. I mean, Dracula's face melted off, people die in the show. It's not like stuff like that. Yeah, it's not like it's not dark at all, right? Look, chopped his hand off. There it is on the ground. You'll see in a second. So yes, this series can definitely go there when it comes to like being dark and all that stuff. In show, yes, it's a series. Uh, I go as far as to say it's probably the darkest Tmnt show. Exactly. Even like some of the characters and stuff was pretty creepy and all that stuff. Like the creep, for example. Like he was like literally like a Jason Voorhees inspired character and stuff. Or they had Jay from Usagi Yojimbo, who was also like a Jason kind of archetype and stuff, basically. But yeah, like I said, he's admitted that he's in stuff, and that was about it. He didn't actually like watch this, like, literally about Master Splinter and his death and all that. Right? So yeah, like because originally the show was planning on killing off Master Splinter at the start, which I'm kind of glad that they didn't really do that. Because we had time with the turtles and stuff to like grow up and develop with Master Splinter up until his death. But in the beginning, they were planning on killing off Master Splinter, which I'm glad they kind of scrapped. But that was their intention though of doing. Okay, but they kind of like put it off a little further in the seasons and stuff, and they were going to do it actually in the end of season 3 when the Triceratons destroyed the planet. Originally, they were supposed to save the planet, and Master Splinter dies, and then the turtles spend the rest of the season trying to kill Shredder and all that stuff, basically. So tell me that's not dark. Okay, let me even go to the scene where Master Splinter even got cut down too, because yeah, they had no problem on this show from time to time, but it happened. Like yeah, they weren't really shy about it either. So look, this is when he killed Master Splinter. And originally, this was supposed to be like permanent. This wasn't going to be undone by no time travel or anything. Okay. And that's also Shredder. Does purpose no. Like this stuff is on my DeviantArt, so you already know. Let me see. Right here. I already passed it. Well, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, hold back in this show at all. All right. So back to the video. Really hits the fan at the end. Oh, yes, yes, it is. I'm actually glad you said that. A cool video gamer, because that reminds me. I can pull that off of his Instagram, because the creator or the producer of the show, Ciro Malelli, he's the guy. He actually created Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go, um, which I just watched not too long ago and stuff. It's a pretty good show. I mean, I remember it coming on when I was a kid, but I wasn't really all invested in it. But that guy has done work for TMNT and stuff. He did the 2012 series. He's the producer on that show. I think he directed Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Avengers show, and he also is the producer of Teen Titans. Okay, so he knows what he's doing when he made the 2012 series. So he has a body of work to really show for it. I'm glad the Triceratons destroyed Earth. Or we would have gotten another unsatisfying ending like in Teen Titans when Cyborg defeated Brother Blood with the power of belief. I didn't think that ending was unsatisfying though. But yeah, I actually did like how they were able to get. But I do agree with you though. I do like how that kind of motivated the turtles to get off planet and they were like venturing through space and stuff. Those were like to me some of the best episodes because at the time it was kind of a little dry and stuff. Like after rewatching the series, I was like, yeah, it's kind of dry. That they're just not really doing too much, you know. But when they got into outer space and stuff, fighting Triceratons and going through these trials, Armagon, all that stuff, I loved it. Okay, I love those episodes. Professor Honeycutt, I think that was the best version of. Excuse me. I think that was the best version of the Fugitoid. Like all that stuff, you know, it was pretty awesome. Yeah, at the end of season 3, the Earth pretty much gets sucked into a black hole. Hang on. Gets sucked into a black hole generator, and everyone except April and Casey perish, which is insane. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that, that show was dark. That Instagram in a second. Just
a million different avenues, different ways. And that was it. And then the video would come out a year later.
yeah, sorry, I'm back. I agree. I love the space episodes. It was cool seeing them travel to different planets. Exactly. That's why I was saying like it was cool definitely seeing them do all that. Because it got them out like in different settings and all this stuff, you know. And it introduced a lot of characters like Armagon, Mona Lisa, Commander Sal, and all of them, you know. So that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, I like that.
here for the lap. It doesn't matter anyway. It was a problem. It was again.
What's happening?
2003 cartoon. The 2003 cartoon. You know, 7.
Let's see. Hang on. I'm gonna read some of these comments real quick. I wish we saw more of Space Avengers, to be honest, but I really don't mind since Lloyd Drake returned in season 5. Yeah, that definitely would have been cool. What's happening, Jay Leno? You know what I'm talking about? Ninja Turtles. Anyways, I'm talking about this guy and stuff. He has a lot to say about the 2012 series and why TMNT can be dark again. I somewhat agree with him on some things, but some of this stuff you'll see what I mean by this. But let me play.
Goofy and yeah, bro, cowabunga. And, you know, it kind of got old. People got. I'm not saying the guys.
He meant to say Red Sky episodes, but you know, Dark Sky.
In the Turbo, no, they took a more serious direction. It was less goofy. There was less jokes on the show. Was number one anymore. Ninja Turtles. That's what I did. The Dark Sky. It made it a little care. Now, fuck Carter. I don't give a shit about Carter.
Like I said, I would have loved to see Carter back in the general. Because he was a cool character. I'm like, yeah, like, what are you talking about? You don't like Carter, bro. But I mean, but yeah, it would have been cool to see Casey too. But I also like newer characters, as long as they're good, you know. But I'm just saying, like, they want to do all this like diversity stuff with April. I'm like, again, we have characters already like that. You could just go back to Carter, Angel, or somebody. But okay.
Jones, and this is another thing. 80s cartoon is only main reasons for personally.
I think Casey was probably like 2, maybe 3 episodes at best. But yeah, in the 87 series, he was really not in that show a lot. Carter is cool, and in the comics, I didn't know he was in the comics, or he might be, because it's been a while since I read all the Archie comics and stuff. I'm actually collecting some currently, so there is that. But if I see him out, you know, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. But they need to put Carter back in some modern stuff, in my opinion.
That I like this in that's
I can kind of agree to that. Casey is, like, to me, the best character outside of the Turtles.
that I did not like about the 80s cartoon with it. It's kind of weird how they never did that, but they put him in 2 of the fucking movies, and they put him in the comics, and they put him in the 2003 cartoon, but he was barely in the 80s cartoon.
All right, I'm gonna share with you guys real quick something. All right, let me search this up. Zero. I know I'm following this guy. Hang on. I'm gonna just get back to this.
I'll never understand that. Anyway. And goofballs and made it had run its course. It is darker. It is comics so much to the point. The other 5 seasons were comics. They did war. They did Return to New York. They did all the major shit from the Morale. Got to see or stuff like that and about that. Like this. When I was younger, I would always forget that Ninja Turtles was a comic book. For whatever reason, I did start about that. But now, as I'm older, I won't. Even that, I really show, but it's not. So, yeah, more towards that because it's got a little bit of stuff for the older kids like us. But it needs to be dark because it needs to go back to that. Like I said, since Nickelodeon bought it, it's just, oh, we have to sell toys. Oh, we have to sell hamburgers. We have to lunchbox cartoon. Guy, I apologize. I definitely had the toy. There have the turtle van from the 2003 show up in the attic, the missiles, but that's okay. I definitely had Ninja Turtles. You know, I had a sweater when I was a kid. I pictured Ninja Turtle. I definitely had that. I definitely had the
Pause it, share. All right, where's that one with Leonardo beheading the Shredder that he did that drawing of that was supposed to be in the show, but they cut it. All right. So in case you don't know, this is Ciro Nelelli, if I'm not pronouncing his name right, but he's the creator of Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperverse Go, and he's also the creator of the 2012 series. All right. This is Instagram right here. Let me scroll down a little bit because I know he'll have it up at some point. All right, that one's on me. Gonna load up faster. Come on. Super Robot Monkey Team, Michelangelo. By the way, but he's like, no, he's he's into the '87 series and blah 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 blah. Like, whoa, so what if he 12 series? Which, to be honest, I'm gonna surprise myself. But there is definitely a lot of stuff from Mirage that's in here. So yeah, there is that. All right, I'm gonna assume there's either one of these two right here. All right, his Instagram, concept art, all that. That's probably not it. Hang on. Nope. Okay.
Again, I don't know. Anyway, so, sorry, squirrel. Actually, but Hermes. I was a part. So why can't you do a or sell lunch? Who buys the fucking toys? The parents do. The kids ain't buying the toys because kids don't have any money because they're kids. So why can't we do? Why can't they say, hey, why don't we do something for the parents that grew up on the original? Now they're sharing. You know why Nickelodeon took over? It's just no. We have to sell toys. We have to sell hamburgers at McDonald's. We have lunch boxes. We want to sell you to watch because I'm not going to watch it unless it was a paid. That's it. The new Turtles movie. Yeah, there's shit to do with my fucking time. But I just don't understand why this is really the one, because 2017 movie kind of went a little bit of a darker direction. It was a little more serious. Rita was fucking scary. I love that movie. I know people have their opinions about it, and that's fine. If you don't like it, cool. There's shit that I don't like, but we can still be friends. And it's very difficult for some people to understand.
Anyways, let me try to read some of these comments real quick. Hang on. So, Subturtle Head, Carter was good. Fight me. Carter is cool in the comics. Has he considered? Hang on. Has he considered that Tmnt has a recycled story that has been used for years in the development of the actual comics is truly for the real fans? Exactly. Like, I love the cartoons a lot, but some of the stuff, like, yeah, I guess it gets shuffled around a lot. But I think the comics do have a lot of, not the comics, the shows definitely do have a lot of good ideas that they use. Let's see. That's when I lost the connection again. I'm not even keeping count this time, to be honest with you. Let's see. Yeah, TMNT was so lighthearted during the Nickelodeon era that even Zero was told to remove the cut of Shredder's neck in the Wari. Exactly. Like, that's what I'm trying to pull up right now. You already know, Ashes. But I can just Google it because, yeah, but I'll get to that in a second. Zero always said he was inspired by Mirage Comics when making the show. Yeah, that's why I was like watching the interviews this week, and I'm like, yeah, him and Greg Sipes were like huge fans of the like Mirage Comics and all that stuff. Which, not saying you have to be a fan of the Mirage Comics to be a Ninja Turtle fan. You can be a fan of Archie, IDW, the cartoons by themselves, Dreamwave, whatever, you know. But Mirage wasn't like the best Ninja Turtles, in my opinion. Like, my favorite version of the Ninja Turtles is like Archie in the 2012 and 2003 and so on and so forth over Mirage. But that's just me. I remember they censored that in the U.S. when the final cut came out, but they obviously did it because it was a kids show, despite the cut on the neck. Exactly. But yet, oh, the 2012 series isn't dark. Okay. I say final so loosely because then the Tales of the TMNT was then announced shortly after the episodes ended when I watched it. They actually make NECA figures for parents. I don't understand what he's whining about. Huh. I don't know about that. But, complaining enough for the sake of. Let's see. All right, I'm going to share screen again. Hopefully this doesn't happen, which we already know it's probably going to happen, but I'll keep going anyways. Out of this video, I'll probably end the stream here.
Can't we have that with Ninja Turtles? So Power Rangers did that. Why can't Ninja Turtles do it? And Power Rangers is basically owned by a very similar guy. Power Rangers was Nickelodeon longest fucking time, which is kind of stuff like that. But they're kind of with the same company. So how come Power Rangers got the one group of characters that doesn't get it? Because you have a band, you have Batman tunes or series it's that show was for now I get tell me and understand it now. 31. Batman, and that came out last year, which I really like. That was definitely not for kids. That was great.
Sorry, I was reading some of these comments. They actually, we need to be strong and not bow to the internet lag. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, I'm gonna pull up the image now about the Shredder head thing or whatever. Hang on, it's on Twitter. Right here. All right, right here. This is the scene that got. I mean, this scene is in there, but they had to censor the little line through the neck thing. But just like in Mirage, that happened. So, anyways, let me get back to this. Hang on. 10 more minutes, guys, of him talking, but that's not counted with my filler. I would have been. That was definitely. I agree, bro. This man. Oh man, not to be rude, but he kind of looked like Wade Whipple a little bit. Again, I do agree with him on some of that stuff. I do. Yeah, forget Ezra Miller and that Flash movie. I still haven't watched it yet, to be honest with you. Not until a good Flash movie comes along, I'm not watching that movie. It's even free in front of my face, and I still don't care. Coming from an actual teenager, a teenager that grew up with that show. I'm not a teenager now anymore, but like coming from that, that person coming from that generation of teenagers, yeah, I can guarantee you that. Yeah, I still love the 2012 series, and yeah, it satisfies me plenty. That in the 2003 series, it's as dark as it gets. I mean, it could be darker, sure, but I don't need something to be darker just to be better. I'm like, no, it's fine the way it is. I mean, I definitely love when the turtles are just themselves and stuff. 1 minute is lighthearted, they're talking about pizza and all that stuff or whatever, and then the next, hell, I even love the '87 series as well. Like they're all a good series, like the first three Ninja Turtle cartoons for me. Rise definitely does have its fan base and stuff. I'm not saying that as if like, oh, there's nothing good about it. There is definitely good things about Rise. I just don't like it personally. Mutant Mayhem, that's just absolute trash. And then of course there's the comics. But let me keep playing this. Yeah, I'm not that crazy. I mean, I'm just gonna stick with like because I actually do have the first volume of Mirage, or not the first volume. Let me repeat that. I have like the first couple of issues as like a graphic novel, but I'm not going back to like get the actual like comic itself and like nah. That's probably really expensive anyways. But no, I'm good with just having the graphic novel and it just tell me the stories and all that stuff or whatever because it's practically the same in my opinion. I even got Kevin Eastman's autograph signature on that book actually because I met Kevin Eastman a couple of years ago. He was pretty cool and stuff. I made him laugh and stuff. He was a pretty nice guy. His hair was kind of dyed purple a little bit, so that was interesting. I missed his entire panel, which I was mad about, but still, at least I got to meet him though, and he signed my book and everything. So yeah, he was a pretty cool guy. The tits. I see somebody joke about the Wade thing and the Kevin. Well, yeah, yeah, he does. Yeah, mixed with a little bit of Kevin Smith with that beard. Oh my god, that's actually pretty funny. But yeah, you're right though. The stories don't need to be necessarily dark, um, and have swearing just to be serious. I agree. I'm not saying it has to be excessive. Like some people are saying they want to rated R Ninja Turtles, and while I do think that could actually be pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I would love that. But I mean, just a PG-13 where they do a little occasional cursing because I can't really see the turtles saying things like, well, outside of just saying hell, damn, ass, or whatever, maybe bitch a little bit, you know. But saying them dropping f bombs and all that stuff, I'm like, nah, I just can't see the turtles doing that. Um, you know, that's just me personally. But and not to mention they have some qualms sometimes about killing, unless it's like for out of necessity, like the shredder or something. They have to like kill the shredder, then that's fine too, in my opinion. But yeah, um, I would say they can definitely go with something like the what's they call it, Batman and Ninja Turtles. That was probably one of the first time in animated forms where the turtles were actually cursing and there was like you know blood and all that stuff. It's dark enough as is. What I liked about most about the 2012 was that it was never too dark and it was pretty much consistent throughout the series. Exactly. I mean, it got gradually darker, of course, but you know, you got to walk. You got to learn how to walk before you run. So that was like the 2012 series. It kind of got you a little bit in at first. You know, the turtles weren't like master ninjas yet. They weren't ready against the shredder and then by the end of the series, yeah, they took on the Shredder and they were fighting other supernatural threats and all that other stuff. So yeah, I hope everything will be clear and working perfectly when we get to the shitty 2012 series, Brent. I might actually just do that another time. Ashes. This video is almost like this guy's video is almost over, and I know this stream's been a little bit. It's been a while, or not a while, but it's this video or the live stream's been a while. But I'll try to do something. Probably not tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but hopefully sometime soon. Maybe I might have more gifts to kind of show. Who knows? But let's continue. Let me continue with the comments. Oh boy, I can't wait to see someone trash my favorite Tmnt series. It's probably going to be mid. Yeah. Oh, trust me, his 2012 rant is just hilariously garbage. Oh yeah, I know. It is really that bad. I bet it is. Yeah. But no, I'll react to that another time or something, or I'll talk about it another time. But let me just get this one out of the way. Oh, trust me, we all know. Again, we've all seen the 2012 series. We've seen the 2003 series. We all know the story. Baxter Stockman's black. He got race swapped to be white in the '87 version. And to be honest with you, there's no other version that's white besides the Power Rangers crossover. So technically, Boom Studios, because they were doing a thing on to like the '87 series. And what else? And the video games. Well, the ones that are based on the '87 stuff. All right, we know. Series in Blu-ray. It's probably not like an official kind of thing where it was put out, licensed or anything. But I bought it from a convention. I might actually show that in a second because after this, I will show you my comics, and I guess I can grab that real quick. Oops, hang on. Yeah, never had they ever farted and pissed on each other. A lot of burping, sure, but the fart and pissing jokes, no. Well, they have sort of something like that, like in the Mutant Apocalypse. I remember there was this one scene. I rewatched the 2012 series not long ago. The Mutant Apocalypse episode. There was this funny joke where they're short on water, and Raphael met up with Michelangelo and was drinking all this water and stuff. And he was like, "Wait a second, that ain't water." And he's like, "Yeah, the water's over there, bro. This is where I pee at." And he's like, "Oh God, no." That was nasty, but kind of funny though. But they don't. That's not like something that they abuse or they use that kind of humor all the time. I mean, again, the '87 stuff, like the Shredder's Revenge, the video game, the DLC, and all that. What was the DLC called again? The Dimension something, where they had Karai and Usagi Yojimbo. I bought that. That was a pretty cool pack, and they have all the little survival stages and stuff. That's pretty cool. They even have some Mirage stages too, like some stuff in black and white, some alternate costumes and all that. So yeah, I'm like, I got my money's worth. It wasn't like it was a crazy amount. It was probably at least like an extra, what, $10 or something, or $8. The moment was ironically the only funny joke during the entire Apocalypse arc. Yeah, that was wild. And the when Michelangelo had that, he was eating that moldy old pizza and stuff. That was nasty. I was like, oh god. Donnie was like, "Yo, I'm not even I'm a rat and I can't eat anymore, but even that is nasty. I feel like I want to throw up now." I'm glad it's not canon because that arc was screwed up. Like holy shit. Hang on. I'm glad it's not canon because holy shit, that arc is pretty screwed up story wise. Yeah, it's a good story, but I am glad that it's not like the end game for the turtles or anything. It's an alternate universe, so there is that. I would consider like them meeting Usagi and then the Dreg thing and what's his face, Neutralizer and all that. I consider that to be canon in the Halloween stuff. That's all canon to me. And of course, the Undead Shredder thing, all that is canon. But the Mutant Apocalypse thing, I'm like, yeah, that's an alternate universe. That's not That's not how it officially ended or anything. That's just like, yeah. Oh man, he actually said that. Cool video gamer. Zero even said Mona Lisa got pregnant in that timeline and left Earth not wanting to tell her. Jesus Christ, that is like some what you call it, some Siri type of stuff. Well, no, it's probably worse. I mean, series was a lot worse, but that was something. I did not know that. I thought it was an actual N when I was younger, but thankfully I was wrong. Yeah, no. It was that's an alternate universe, nah, bro. Um, I'm glad it wasn't the real official ending either. It was just ashes. What the actual fuck? What did he say? He said that. I don't know when exactly. Probably at the end of 2017, but he said that when answering the questions about Mona Lisa on Twitter. Yeah, that's wild. I did not know that either. I guess Raph's daughter, OC, is now canon or whatever. I think I might know sort of what you're talking about the OC though. Ghost Jag, what's happening, man? What really confuses me is the fact that Raph has hair and fingernails in that art when he had none of those traits in the series. Yeah, that is weird that he has. Well, I did not. I forgot. I guess he had fingernails, but yeah, he definitely did. Like, he didn't have hair, but he was able to grow a full-on beard. I wasn't necessarily against that though. That was actually kind of the first time that the turtles actually started to like show that they had hair, which is interesting. That wasn't like their past lives or something, but like because Michelangelo, yeah, he grew his hair out and stuff where he was able to like tie it sort of in a ponytail. So I like that. And then in Rise the movie, Michelangelo also grew his hair out sort of as well, where it's kind of like he's got hair on his like these sideburns or something. And then Raphael, like I said, he had a full on beard. It kind of sucked that he cut it though. It kind of looked cool in my opinion, but that's just me. To be fair, he mutated along with Yoshi, so maybe the turtles got human DNA too. I mean, they're mutants, so humanoids and all that. man. And I was even looking at some of his other videos and stuff where he was like, yeah, I'm like, dude, I think this guy got some anger problems because I think he said something about he likes to take martial arts and all that stuff. And he was like, well, I can curse wherever I want to. And his like martial arts instructor was telling him, nah, bro, you can't be cursing up in here. You got to show some kind of respect. And he's like, well, I'm trying to show respect in a different kind of way. I'm like, bro, no, that's not how you show respect, bro. Anyways, yeah, I was considering that since he mutated nearby Yoshi in the beginning, but it's kind of weird regardless. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'm going to honest with you, that's the territory when it comes to comics and stuff, is that they like change the art styles a lot. I mean, I'm not saying it has to be like completely changed, but sometimes, it is what it is. Um, the IDW comic really good and stuff, definitely by Kevin Eastman and Tom Waltz. They had a lot of good ideas. So that when it got to like after issue 101, that's where, in my opinion, where comic fall. Okay, I mean, it was kind of a little slow around like issue kind of 8 to like 100. But yeah, but if you definitely read the beginning stuff of the IDW comics, it is great. I love it. I mean, he's probably thinking mostly about like what City at War and stuff because they had City at Fall and then they did another City at War adaptation, which that one was kind of a lot more boring. Which that was kind of like the lead up to like issue 100. But City at Fall was a lot more interesting. That was where Leonardo got kidnapped and brainwashed by the Shredder into like serving him and all that stuff. So that was definitely interesting. Then there was like the Gauntlet and all that stuff, and then they had some interesting ideas like Splinter taking over the Foot Clan, and he became like this kind of new Shredder, and Casey took over the Purple Dragons. So I mean, IDW they definitely have a lot of interesting ideas. It's not my personal like preference for like Ninja Turtles like that, but it's a good series. Hang on. It's actually pretty ironic. Leo got brainwashed in IDW when Raph got brainwashed in 2012. Show at the same time, don't you think? Wait, he did? I mean, I know Raph sort of kind of got brainwashed, but I don't know if that happened around the same time though. Because I think you're talking about, like, if I'm not mistaken, when Shredder was developing those little parasites or whatever to try and control Karai and all that stuff. And he used Raphael and some of the mutanimals like Slash and who else, and Professor Rockwell as like as guinea pigs for that. Because I think the Leo thing, I think that, well, might have, I don't know. Let's see. I made a community post for Laurie, the creator of Sally Corn, named Kenneth M. Kenshito. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Created Sally's final design for Archie Sonic and Sonic Sadium. Not Ben Hurst. You checked it out, my community tab post? No, I did not see it yet, but I guess I will now. Or I have more reason to now. But no offense, but yeah, I definitely will check it out in that case. Um, but yeah, I mean, what's his face? Ben Hurst. Yeah, I know Ben Hurst probably didn't do the character design for Sally or anything. He's, if I'm not mistaken, Ben Hurst is more so of like a writer for like for Sonic Sadium, and then a little bit for, if I'm not mistaken, Sonic Underground. Because Sadium, I don't think he's like, because Laurie Hughes thinks that he created the show or something. No, but I think Ben Hurst definitely wrote a lot of good episodes, and he had a lot of passion for it, which is why he tried to push for like making a movie or season three. But he wrote a lot of the good episodes inside Sadium, like when they went back in time and all that stuff, and like a lot of the episodes in season two. But that's the talk for Sonic Sadium. So basically, he claims that I'm not like a, well, not I, because he don't know me like that, but I guess he might after this video. But apparently, if you like the 2012 series or whatever, you're not a real TMNT fan, blah, blah, blah. All right, let me show you guys some of my comics and all that stuff that I have from TMNT real quick. All right, hang on. Oops. So yeah, like Jay Leto said, I am definitely a turtle head. All right, all right. I have a lot of comics and all that stuff. I got the movie, well, not the movies. Well, I do got some of the movies. Yeah, I just don't have. Well, I pretty much have all the movies except for Batman versus TMNT. What else? I do not have the Rise movie, which yeah, no, and definitely not Mutant Mayhem. So but yeah, I do have all these comics, and I definitely got a lot more Archie comics too, and a lot more other comics of Ninja Turtles. Um, just not on me right now, but I do got it. This is just what I can like pull out for right now. But yeah, I am definitely a huge fan. I love the 2012 series. I love the 2003 series and stuff. Um, the TMNT, it doesn't have to be necessarily like over the top dark or whatever just to be good, or violent or vulgar. I know some fans might prefer it to be that way, and that's cool too. But I'm fine with how TMNT how it is. I mean, not in the current direction, but you know what I mean. Like I've talked about my preferences. Did you I guess see the news? Hang on. I even got the Saturday morning stuff too. Um, somewhere. It's probably over there, but I've pretty much already made my point that I love to read the Ninja Turtles a lot. I also got some source books and all that stuff. I got the first issue of the Archie comics. So actually, no, I got the first two issues actually. Did you see the news about the IDW making comics for the 2003 Turtles? By the way, no, I did not know that. That should be interesting. Um, I do know that they're doing that crossover though, with to celebrate the 25. No, my bad. I said 25 years. It's 25 years at IDW. My bad. The 40th year of the Ninja Turtles. I did see that where 2003 Donatello's in there, Mirage Leo's in there, 2012 Michelangelo's in there, Rise Raph is in there, and unfortunately, the ugly stepsister Jenica is going to be in that little crossover thing. I'm not sure if it's like they're like it's actually them or if it's like holograms or whatever. But yeah, that's what the 87 Turtles is going to be up against. But that would be cool though to see. I won't be surprised if they make TMNT Broadway musical. No, I've had enough musicals for one day. Dang, I actually wanted to complete a box set, but Paramount exists. Paramount Plus exists, so I didn't see a reason to buy it anymore. Yeah, that's cool. Me personally, I'm a little bit. I love DVDs a lot. I love to get the box set and stuff. Even when I do, like, I even have Paramount Plus, or I have like Netflix and all that stuff, or HBO Max. I'm not doing Disney Plus, but I have all that stuff, and I can just watch it anytime I want. Well, whether it be Ninja Turtles, Batman Beyond, or whatever. But I like to collect box sets because I love DVDs. I love the special features and all that stuff. You just don't really get that kind of thing anymore nowadays. But that's just how I feel. El Conky, they actually would have been cool. Well, Nickelodeon actually that live action 2012 series puppet show. But yeah, pretty much that's that as far as what's his face goes. I'll probably talk about Italian the Stallion another time. I know Ash is you wanted to talk about his 2012 rant. I'll get to that. I know I keep saying I will, but I at least got to one of his videos to make the turtles dark again, even though it was kind of him just reiterating stuff about the TMNT not being dark as he wants it to be or whatever. Um, but yeah, but it is what it is. But I hope you guys like the stream and stuff. I know it's like 3 hours and 16 minutes. So that's pretty long. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is the Joning Level Fox, and I'm out. Peace, and until we meet again. A, B, see ya.